ring. It's like I live in this beat, and I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound, 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 pound. What feel like the night of the fight? Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of... And yet... The Gyp...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, from
one of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Failing to score with that right hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, use the jab, use the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Misses with the jab. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. How about that time counter shot? This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait,
down goes Fury.
I've seen many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down. 2, 3, 4.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter, Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
He is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. A perfect counter lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back.
Go back out there and get behind the basics.
Get your jab back.
Sets him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shot.
Enough. Have you got complacent? This fight's not over yet. You got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it.
On to the second round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Hard reach as well as speed, reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
They block the hook. He misses with that straight left. Block the left there. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
You've got to be like Oliver Twist, be a pickpocket, in and out. Don't stand there and be so obvious.
Swing and a miss with that jab. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Hold on a second, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the real place to fall asleep.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Put him back at his place.
Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't dig it.
Round that was. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
You know, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget to
be a tougher fight because he's going to be
on to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. Watch the jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Do you believe what we are seeing? How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those cut areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Nice exchange here from both men.
Misses with the straight left. This has been a very competitive round as we reach...
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They both want the knockout. Got a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Both men step back for just a moment. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about fury in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I love that jab slip.
About, all right? Good. You've done all that work all in the middle.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let it...
Get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there and let's reset. Forget about the round.
Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Good. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get your jab back.
Here we go to the fourth round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions.
Days, where shall he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he try and hold on?
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Caution being thrown to the wind. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They need to be careful and punch themselves out here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can't connect with that right hook. The courage on display here is incredible. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. About Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
Come on. You're way better than that.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again, when your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
They blocked the left there. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That jab is blocked. Blocked the left there. His stamina is off the charts. You'd like to see more jabs. Is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. Let's talk about fury in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot guess that. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right.
Relax.
Let's start the 6. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went completely shivered. Did you see that, Tom?
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? They blocked the left there. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Can't land that jab. They blocked the left there. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about fury in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when we talk about championship material.
Get your mind back on the job and get back out there.
Round 7, here we go. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Can't land that jab. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That counter shot lands. Jab slightly off target. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Defense is not an option for these two. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They blocked the left there. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. We'll see how
that work all the way through.
and we enter the 8th round. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in 1. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Big whiff with the right hook. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night to...
They managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
That uppercut's blocked. And that hook misses. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble.
Bambi legs are kicking in. Let's look at those legs. The legs have gone.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, Sadie. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
a side, pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side, pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys, yeah. Ain't no time, we already on the way. Better get themselves in line, thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah. Spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no breaks. And you about to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The